in order to be able to provide more information to the public about what's going on in the city of Biddeford, we're going to start providing you a video update on what's coming up on the next regular scheduled council meeting. This is the first one. So the next council meeting will be held Tuesday night on January 19th at 6 p.m. You can join in and watch those meetings through the regular public access channels here in Biddeford, as well as through Zoom, and you can get that information right off our website at biddefordmaine.org. The council next Tuesday will really be talking primarily in three major categories. One, they'll be talking a little bit about next things that will happen as it relates to COVID-19. Number two, we'll talk about affordable housing and housing development within the community. And the third major category is going to be around marijuana. So let's just go through those briefly. On the COVID-related items, we are asking the council to provide to staff some guidance on how we'll deal with outside dining and outside businesses for 2021. Obviously in 2020, we shifted real quick and provided some temporary breaks in the rules so that people could dine outside and find other ways to be safe. Staff is suggesting to the council that maybe we ought to just do that for all of 2021 as well. And so the council will have a discussion, provide some guidance for that. On the marijuana front, the city has had a couple of zones in the community that has allowed growers to be able to grow marijuana for medical purposes for a number of years. The council on Tuesday night will decide whether or not to, at their second reading on this issue, whether or not to allow growers to grow marijuana for the now adult use or recreational use, as well as consider whether or not they will now allow in the I3 zone people to be able to grow marijuana as well as do other marijuana related businesses. The I3 for the public is primarily from about 5 Points Shopping Center on 111 and goes out pretty much to the Arundel line. So it's really all about commercial activity on Route 111. And then in the last front is around affordable housing and housing issues. The City Council over the last 6 months or so has been having some real intense discussions about how to try to do something about how fast rents and the cost of housing has gone up in the community. And so on Tuesday night, they're going to be taking a look at a couple things. One is staff has developed a set of tools or opportunities to be able to try to make some inroads on affordable housing, and council is going to be asked to provide some direction back in terms of the time frames and the priorities that we've suggested on that. They also will be taking a look at a couple of bonus opportunities for people to be able to expand affordable housing within the current zoning. And what that really means is that if you had close to all the requirements that you needed in order to put an additional rental unit or an additional development within existing properties, that you'll be allowed to do that. But the caveat is that that unit would have to meet affordable housing standards, and that I would have to maintain affordable housing standards. And lastly, there are two other pieces that relate to housing. One is they're still having ongoing discussions around being able to convert the former Saco Low building, which is on Elm Street as you come into the community, that's been basically vacant and not used for a couple of decades, to convert that over by allowing a credit enhancement to occur. A credit enhancement, simple ways to put that, is that all the new taxes that would be generated as the property gets developed, some of those monies would be given back to the developer in order to make that project go forward. So it wouldn't be any current taxes, so the taxpayers wouldn't be really giving them anything. It's part of a way to share in the development costs in order to the project go forward. And then lastly, there's some discussion, there'll be some discussion about asking the planning board to take a look at doing a very specific contract zone in order to allow the redevelopment of the 5 Points Shopping Center in order to incorporate some housing into that area of the shopping center. This is a national trend as less and less people are going to shopping centers and shopping malls, and there's a proposal to completely rehab and upgrade that particular facility in order to be able to make it more viable continue with commercial activity there, as well as provide some additional housing. So that's just a quick review of the main topics that the council will be talking about on January 19th. That's Tuesday night, starts at 6 o'clock. You can join us through public access and through Zoom, and you can get all the details right on our website at www.bedfordmaine.org. Thanks, and hope you have a wonderful weekend.